Hi, this is Andy from GPS Training. In this video we're just going to show you how you can put some geocaches from your geocaching account onto a TwoNav GPS device. So we're using the TwoNav Terra device today. It's the same principle for any of the TwoNav devices that we stock, which is the Rock, the Cross Plus, the Terra and the Adventurer 2 Plus. I have got the GPS device connected to a Windows computer. Currently, if you want to get geocaches onto your TwoNav GPS device, you do need to use a wired USB connection. Hopefully that may change in the future because we can Bluetooth routes over to the device using an app or the Go Cloud system. So if that changes in the future and we can put waypoints and geocaches on, we will let you know. But we are using a computer connection today. So the GPS device is connected to my Windows computer. It will be the same on a Mac. You're just going to find the internal data storage of the device to drop any GPX files on that you download from somewhere such as geocaching.com. So I'm logged into our geocaching.com website. Now at the moment we're not a premium member, so we can't create lists, but I do already have a GPX list file created from when we did have a premium membership, so I will show you that as well. But if I simply wanted to download some single geocaches, I simply go on my geocaching account to where you can do the play and you can view a map, you can search for geocaches, etc. So I'm just going to go to the view map, and then I'm actually going to type in the search box at the top Rothbury, which is where we're based, and select Rothbury, England, and then shows me on the map a list of geocaches that you can see them all listed on the map. I just pick this one here and it's got the option download GPX. Select download GPX. That's now went to my downloads as a single file. I could pick another one, select download GPX. Of course, if you are a premium member and you can create lists, you can create a much bigger file with many geocaches in that list file, and then you're downloading a complete list of geocaches. I've already got one ready in my downloads like that, so what we'll do is we'll copy all of these over to the GPS device, and then we'll do a separate video where I'll show you finding them on the GPS device and then going to search for them, and then the final video I'll show you how you can upload the notepad logs from your GPS device when you've logged that you found them back into the geocaching account using a USB cable to the computer. Right, so what we're going to do now is I'm just going to go to the downloads on this computer, and in the downloads I've already got a one that we created a little while ago when we had a premium account, so I'm just going to find that one now. If we just list these ones here, so we'll just see what we've got in here. There we go. I've got one called rothburygc.gpx. So you can see it's actually 354 kilobytes. You'll see the difference when I look at that single one that I just downloaded. It'll be a much smaller file. So the one called rothburygc, I'm just going to right click on it and copy. On a Mac you would just go into Finder and your downloads and find the geocache, either list file that you've downloaded or the individual ones, and you do a similar copy, and then in Finder on a Mac you would find your TwoNav device. I'm on a Windows computer, so I'm just going to go on the left hand window in File Explorer where I can see TwoNav, or I could go to this PC and I can see the TwoNav connected, and you're looking simply for the folder called data, and then in that folder I'm just going to right click on a blank space and select paste. So we're really just copying and pasting, saying yes I want to copy it, and I've now dropped that file in. If I go back to my downloads, so again your downloads on your computer, there's those two at the top, the two single ones that are downloaded as individual ones as a free account. So I'm just going to right click on the two of them. I've used the shift button to highlight both of them. I can just right click and do a copy again, and then I can go back to this PC. On your Mac you would be using Finder and finding the TwoNav connected, and it's just the folder simply called data, and in the folder called data I'm just going to right click and paste those two separate files. So that's all we need to do, copy and paste them into the device, and that's it done. So in the next video I'm going to turn on the device and show you where those geocaches are on the device, and then how we load them, search for them, do the logs, and then once I've done that, we'll come back onto the computer to show you how you upload the logs that you've actually logged on the GPS device to say you've found them.